Fingers crossed this is all working. We've got Mario. He's dancing. Oh, let me get rid of Mario dancing because I'll probably get into trouble for that when I know what Nintendo are like these days. Is that going to come through? It's going to come through. Slowly but surely. Here we go. I'll explain why we've got a little Game Boy footage going on. It's working. Using the interceptor here to capture the Game Boy footage straight from the Game Boy camera. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Right, I'm going to leave him up there for a second. That there. Right. Cheers, everybody. This is my devlog. It's been a while. Igor from Flop Gamings now reminded me I haven't done one for a while, so I figured I should get on it and give an update as to what's going on. Before I give an update on my Unity build, though, I wanted to tell you what I did with my Game Boy version, which is what you can see running. Well, you can see that's why I've got the Game Boy going right now. So, some of you know that I made a Game Boy version of my game that I've been working on. I sort of downgraded my my thinking to capture the storyline and really focus on the story. And I made a Game Boy version. I made 3 copies on physical cartridge. So I gave 1 copy of my game away to Wido. They won from New Game Old Flame, the podcast here. I'm gonna, give a little shout out to these guys. Listen to their podcast. It's kind of cool. Very, very social, very fun. Talking about people who make new games for old consoles. So New Game Old Flame, great title. They won a copy of Broken, and hopefully that's arriving soon. We've had some problems with postage. The other one I've kept for myself, and the third one, which this makes me laugh. So I did some things. I thought it'd be funny to send it off to J.J. Abrams, actually. So I packaged up a little parcel with a Game Boy, the cartridge, and the book, and a QR code. And I thought it was funny, and it's happened. Not heard anything back, obviously, but at least I can say I sent my game to J.J. Abrams. So that's been going on. That's why my Unity build hadn't moved as quickly as I would have liked, I guess, because I was doing my Game Boy game and other bits. But I'm back on it with a vengeance. So let me show you what I've been doing. Where are we going to start? This is obviously still very much work in progress. I'm piecing a lot of the puzzle elements together, but they're all in a very close proximity. My plan is to get the first chapter, so it's going to be 3 chapters to the game. I'm pretty close to finishing the first chapter, although I've got to really, really tidy it up before I put it on Steam this time, and we'll go from there. So what have I done? We'll get rid of this Game Boy. Goodbye. Let's go full screen, baby. The storyline is going to be slightly different from the Game Boy version because I can't quite do everything I did in the Game Boy version. There's a lot of narrative, and I'm using visuals in the 3D, which makes telling the story a little bit easier, but also a little bit different. It's a similar theme, but different story, probably a different ending actually. And we've got this gun. It has different modes: red, green, and blue at the moment. You won't start with the gun. You need to go unlock the gun. We got. As I say, there's all kinds of elements just shoved in one small location. So this will all change. But you got this weird black box thing, harkening to Space Oddity. But also, you'll be able to charge it up, and it's kind of like a futuristic telephone, like a portal. It's kind of cool. It's 3D. You can move around it. There's nothing that side. But you've got this 3D space inside of it. The alien dude at the back there, he needs to be animated. This is your daughter that you need to rescue. This is part of your mission. And you'll find that out as you go along, what's going on with that side of things. So we're just going to leave them there for a minute. And actually what I might just do is relaunch the game there's a bit of a performance hit on that because it's rendering two screens. It's got two cameras running at the same time. Bit of a performance hit. So what I'm going to do is just relaunch it, avoid it, so that we get the nice FPS. Because I need to come back to that bit and sort out the performance. But one of the things you'll be doing with this gun is going around and collecting energy for it. So that energy meter, which is a bit rough looking, you'll go around and find these energy orbs. They look quite cute in day and night. They've got the lens flare going on as well, which is kind of cool. You click them, and your energy goes up, so that you can use the gun, and you can use these different modes, which we'll get to in a minute. We've got these dudes that are going to be around the island, the robots. They're going to give you insight into the island. They're a bit stupid as well. There'll be some little sub missions with these guys. This is Tuna, because he's 87% recycled from tuna cans. And he is, at this stage really, he is kind of me just testing out the animations and the whole sort of flow of approaching a robot and it coming alive. Ideally, what's going to happen is you're going to need to charge him up. So you charge him up like this. Obviously your energy goes down as you charge him up, and that brings him to life. So again, the flow of the puzzles are broken a little bit at this stage, but that's where I'm going. So I'm just going to whip around the side here. So this gun has different modes. So you've got the torch. Let's go into night. It's got this torch mode. Again, burning energy. The more you use it, as you can see, the energy is slowly going down. This is going to be useful later when the aliens arrive, and rather than shoot them, you're going to be able to stun them with the torch so that you can escape. I was trying out bullets and lasers, and I don't know. There's something about I didn't really want a gun, never have, and yeah, I just thought torch would be cool. I can do some sort of hide and seek type approach to it. So you go around, collect these orbs, keep that charged. Let's go back into daylight mode for a second. So you can charge up the robots with the green mode. You can charge up the black obelisk that we saw earlier. That'll be charged. This is another element that I'm testing out very loosely, roughly at this stage, but ooh. You can charge up these elevators, which will carry you around and enable you to run around the island quickly. So there's different approaches to getting up to this bunker that we're arriving at right now. This is the easiest approach, it's coming up here, but obviously you've got to make sure you've got energy for it. The other way is over there somewhere. There's a big gap, and you can build a bridge with the second element of this gun, which I'm about to show you. So we're going to blue mode, and then we've got this option where we can lift, we can rotate, and we can drop these objects in 3D space, and so we can move heavy objects around, and we can do things like that. So there's going to be puzzles around with this as well, and you will reveal things. So like this dude, now we can charge him up. Again, I'm missing some animations here, some sort of sparks or something to let you know that charging him. His narrative is missing because I've just changed the narrative code this morning, and I've not put it back. This is going to be a machine that you need to activate, and there's a puzzle element to that as well. The island is huge, and I was working on my intro, which gives an idea of how big it is. So let me just hit that off. This is my intro. You can see the island is big. There's a lot of space to cover, a lot of ground to cover, rather. But there's all these weird alien artifacts, bent roads, which shouldn't be there. That is a bug. The power station, which I'm obviously need to work on, It's placeholder at the moment. But the power station is going to be used to power up these portals. The portals take you into another dimension. But really liking the look of the game at the moment and the performance. I've changed the game name to My Broken Mind. I'll explain that in a second. So imagine like, you got some funky music going on. The camera zooms in. Your guy starts moving. He breathes. He's come alive, and then you're sort of on the island, then trying to figure out what to do. So I called the game My Broken Mind because I needed to make it unique. Turns out there is a game called Broken Mind. There's also my Game Boy game now, which is called Broken Mind, and I wanted something a little bit different. The tone of the game has changed as well. The tone of the story, even, it's a little bit more. I think I was just trying to be too serious before. I was too influenced by a lot of sci-fi, which isn't a bad thing, and I like it. But actually, I kind of find it fun adding a little bit of comedy to it, and that's why I went for that robot. That's sort of like a 1950s cartoon style robot. Not him, the other one at the beginning of the island, just because he looked a bit cheeky and a bit rusty and a bit crap. Crap as in like he looks like a crap robot, not as in the model's crap. There are. What else have I done? Oh, there's a motorbike on the island. There is a motorbike on the island, and I'm thinking rather than free roaming, because it gets a bit tricky with it clipping through items, maybe it'll be used for fast travel. So there's a power station, there's a village, there's the landing location. There's probably going to be a couple more key sites, and I'm thinking maybe you can use the motorbike to pick a location, charge it up, and then you can whip over to it to save you running. You can run without losing energy at the moment, and that's probably going to stay because I want to add that as part of the story element. Where's his motorbike? He's over here somewhere. There he is. As you can tell, I've got a lot of work to do on some of the environments, and I probably won't get all this done for chapter 1. Actually, I might just zone it off for chapter 1, just so that you've got the bits that you need. I'm not sure. Oh, it is going to work. Well, I say it's going to work. It's really rough. It's it's terrible, actually. Yeah, you can't see where you're going because you can't look. It's stuck at one level. I think I put the bouncy wheels on. Yeah. So it's there, but it's not there. It shouldn't be there, right? This is why I might just do the fast travel thing, because you get stuck in bits like this, and I don't know, stuff like this. You either do it well, or you don't do it at all. I think because it just gets annoying. I'm getting annoyed already. Like, there you go. Why did I spin it? Yeah. So the bike's gonna probably. I might just like do a cutscene. You jump on it after charging it up, say where you want to go, and off you go. What else have I got? I'm stuck on the bike now, so let me just kill that. Oh, I learned something else today as well, completely by random. If you press F11, you can go full screen in Unity. Well, it does seem to lose the game window though, so it's here, which is fine. Press F11, go full screen. Press F11 to come out of full screen, but where's the game window gone now? Press F11 and it returns. Odd. Yeah, and that might be it actually. That might be it. I've spent a lot of time this morning on this robot, animating him. And merging in animations for Maximu, the Adobe thing. Really liking the gun. Really like that. That was placeholder, but the more I see it, the more I like it, and I just keep making tweaks. Like I changed the material today to this sort of shiny black, slightly weird looking, but it's got that sort of old school Phaser vibe to it, which isn't a bad thing. Obviously, I need to stop the text if you walk away. I hadn't thought about that. Or maybe you're stuck. Yeah. I think that's probably it. Since my last blog, this is probably a lot of it. It's coming on nice. I tweaked the HDRP settings again. Made it a little bluer rather than brown. It was a bit slightly tinted brown before. Loving nighttime. Looks really cool. Maybe needs to be a bit darker for some of the hide and seek elements I've got planned for later with the aliens. The torch probably needs to be a bit brighter. But yeah, it's got that nice cool haunted effect look to it. Nice clouds, bit of mist, fog. Jump on the plane. Oh yeah, you need to dive, you fall into water. Or if you run out of energy on a thing like, hey, yeah, clip right through that. I don't know how well this has come out on YouTube with dark. It always looks really crap, but on the playing it is actually really nice. Kind of feels natural actually. Reminds me of when we go camping and walk around at night. There's always a bit of light, especially if you look in the distance. I think that's pretty much it for now. I know where I'm going with it, which is great. I know I was saying that was my last build, but I really do feel like I know where I'm going with the story this time. And having these puzzle elements, the gun combinations and different abilities, and being able to collect, the orbs for the energy, that gives you a good reason to explore the island. And I'm going to add a couple of submissions with the robots and silly storylines in that as well, just so that you've got something else to do on that front. I kind of want to make like exploring the island a bit more worthwhile. Orbs is one thing for your gun, the submissions another. I was playing around, toying with the idea of food and health, but it just felt a bit cheap. It didn't really add anything, it was just kind of annoying. So maybe not on that one. No. Anyway, I think that's it for tonight. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I am tired. I've had enough. But yes, I hope you like it. Keep watching, and thanks for tuning in. Catch you later.